In the last presentation, you learned how to diagram coordinating conjunctions with compound subjects, compound verbs, and compound direct objects. In this presentation, you're going to learn how to diagram the same conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions, with compound adjectives and compound adverbs. Please remember to pause the presentation and take notes in your notebook. Write a place in your table of contents for coordinating conjunctions with compound adjectives and adverbs, and then as you go through the presentation, pause and take your notes. So you should probably pause right now and add to your table of contents, and then set up your notes page so you're ready to take your notes. Before we begin diagramming coordinated conjunctions with adjectives and adverbs, let's do some review. Conjunctions are one of the 8 parts of speech. We know 6 parts of speech. This is the 7th part of speech, and we have one more after this one. Conjunctions connect 2 or more words, phrases, or clauses. So far, we have diagrammed at the level of connecting words. We've connected subjects, verbs, and direct objects, and we're going to stay at the level of words with this presentation connecting adjectives and adverbs. There are 3 types of conjunctions. There are coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions. Also, so far, we are sticking with only coordinating conjunctions. So we're only doing coordinating conjunctions right now, and so far we've only learned to connect words. Coordinating conjunctions connect elements that are the same type, meaning if we're connecting 2 words, they're the same type of word, like 2 verbs, or 2 subjects, or 2 direct objects. In today's presentation, the type that we're going to connect are 2 adjectives or 2 adverbs. So coordinating conjunctions connect elements that are the same type. There are only 7 coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These are the 7 coordinating conjunctions. These words connect 2 elements of the same type. And you need to memorize these 7 coordinating conjunctions. The best way to do that is to use the term fanboys, F-A-N-B-O-Y-S, fanboys. All right, so last time we learned about coordinating conjunctions that connect subjects, verbs, and direct objects. Later on, we will learn to connect phrases and sentences. Today, we're going to focus on adjectives and adverbs. So for example, 2 adjectives connected by a coordinating conjunction would look like this. The blue and gold scarf was beautiful. Blue and gold are both adjectives connected together by coordinating conjunction. Here's an example of adverb. The boy quickly and quietly presented his gift. Quickly and quietly are both adverbs, describing presented, describing a verb. The word and is the coordinating conjunction connecting the 2 adverbs. So just a refresher on adjectives and adverbs, you know that adjectives modify nouns and pronouns. And so far, we know 3 noun jobs: subject, object of the preposition, and direct object. These are the nouns that we have in the sentences that we're working with so far. So you know that any of these nouns doing any of these jobs can be modified by an adjective. And so also adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Okay, so mostly we're going to be working with adverbs that modify verbs with this compound adverb adjective lesson, but adverbs can modify all of these types of words: action words, verbs, adjectives, which describe nouns, and other adverbs. All right, so diagramming compound adjectives. It's going to look this is not going to be too drastically different from what you already learned with subjects, verbs, and direct objects, but this is how it looks when you're diagramming a compound adjective. All right, so you know that to diagram conjunctions, you draw a dotted line between the 2 elements that are being joined, and you put the conjunction on the dotted line. You know that from the last lesson. So for compound adjectives, the dotted line is going to be horizontal this time. It's going to be flat, because you know adjectives are diagrammed on slanted lines off of the noun that they modify. So the dotted line that the conjunction is going to go on will be flat between them. So something like this. It'll make sense if I show it to you. So it looks like this. Here's an example. The gray and white cat jumped. So you know that the basic sentence is cat jumped, subject, verb. And these words, gray and white, are describing cat, a noun, which makes them adjectives. And it's a compound adjective because there's two of them and they're connected by a coordinating conjunction. So this is what it looks like. You have your T. You always start with your T. You identify your subject, cat, identify your verb, jumped. Then you have your two, or your three adjectives, the, gray, white. Okay, so all those words are adjectives describing cat, but we have a coordinating conjunction connecting gray and white. We're going to draw a horizontal dotted line between gray and white and then diagram our conjunction. Pretty easy, right? That's what it looks like to connect two adjectives with a coordinating conjunction. Okay? Now, to do adverbs is very similar. Again, you diagram compound adverbs the same way. You draw a horizontal line between the adverbs that the conjunction is joining, and then you write the coordinating conjunction on the line. So here's an example. He spoke quickly yet clearly. So quickly and clearly are describing how he spoke. Spoke is a verb, which makes these two words adverbs. The word yet is a coordinating conjunction connecting those two adverbs. So how will it look in a diagram? Draw your T. Subject is he. Spoke is your verb. Quickly and clearly are both adverbs describing how he spoke. We're going to draw the horizontal line that's dotted for the conjunction and then put the conjunction on that dotted line. So not too terribly complicated. Connecting adverbs and adjectives that are joined with coordinating conjunctions by putting a dotted line between the two elements that are being connected and adding the coordinating conjunction. All right? Okay, here's a sentence I want you to try in your notebooks. So write this sentence down. The gray and white cat with the short tail jumped and played in the sandbox. Go ahead and try to diagram this sentence in your notebook. Keep in mind that it obviously has many different things in it. So identify all of the parts, do each of the steps, find your subject and your verb, and then diagram from there. Pause the presentation, give yourself time to figure out how to diagram it in your notebook, then bring your attempt to class, and I will give you the answer to this in class when I see you.